on tonight's programme. Major changes to support for the rising number of school children with special educational needs and disabilities. The government has set out major changes to shift more support for children with special educational needs and disabilities in England into mainstream schools. Education, health and care plans, which set out a child's legal right to support, will be only for complex needs by 2035. Currently, they apply to around 639,000 children and young people in England, and that's up by more than 250,000 in the last 6 years. From 2029 onwards, children who move up through school from primary to secondary will have their needs reassessed. But all children with special educational needs and disabilities will be given an individual support plan to be managed by their school. The changes will take a decade to put into place. The government's promised £4 billion of additional funding for the next 3 years to put more support in place before children are reassessed. But some teaching unions say the extra money is not enough to make schools more inclusive. Our education editor, Branwen Jeffries, reports.
The way that they're acting with them as well.
Each of these mums in Leeds has fought for support, for a child's needs to be set out in a plan with legal rights. Their trust in the system is fragile.
Funding is low, staffing is low. A lot of schools and teachers may want to include children, but if they don't have the staffing numbers, what is the training like?
The youngest children of these mums will be reassessed, a process starting in 2029. It's not clear yet who might keep an education, health and care plan.
I think people are very, very worried. I just had a message this morning from a parent who said she was sitting watching the news in tears. I'm worried, basically, because there's not enough in there for me at the moment to say what's going to happen.
The Education Secretary setting out the plans today knows the biggest task is convincing parents.
So parents, please hear me when I say, I believe in your children. This is about improving their support, not removing their support.
Later, she told me experts will draw up standards to guide decisions.
So national standards with specialist provision packages developed by experts to give parents the reassurance that this is the right support for their child, but also support that will come more quickly for a bigger number of children than right now.
If parents aren't happy with what they're offered under this new system, will they still have the right to challenge that?
And there are going to be clear routes of redress within the new system and clear accountability. And my other message to parents is that we will also make sure that councils deliver.
At this Birmingham school, they work hard to be inclusive, but the head teacher is worried about his budget.
While they are kind of pledging a large amount of money, in the big picture of things, that's money that over 3 years will get swallowed up very quickly and actually just addresses some of the reduction in funding we've had over years as the numbers have stayed the same whilst costs have gone up.
There is some money up front to go directly into schools and for extra support such as speech and language therapists. But teachers' unions say it may not be enough.
The profession is really stretched at the moment. Really, they are running on empty, and we have a real concern that there has not been the level of investment needed to ensure that these reforms are a success.
There is time now for schools and parents to have a say, and there will be plenty of politics too. These are radical changes and not without risks. A lot rides on the next few years, and that promise that with money starting to flow into schools from this April, there will be faster local support for more children. The sting in the tail coming further down the line. These plans truly are radical in their scale, but very cautious in the speed with which they're going to be introduced. Parents and teachers and schools can have their say over the next 3 months.
Branwen, thanks very much.